Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to play some more Your Boyfriend. I have some more routes to play. Hopefully not as abusive. At least this time. I know there's like a few abusive routes. Let's begin. Enter your name. I'm gonna go with YN. Welcome, YN. You two have fun. My life has been chaotic. My family broke out into a narrative drama, so I left the nest and ran straight to college. I got an apartment and a job, but even that has become unbearable. Working at the local Gracie Spoon diner doesn't pay the best, obviously, so finding a roommate was my only recourse to being able to afford an apartment. Or affordable at all. Now, my roommate is always bringing some dropout into the apartment for late night steady sessions. My sleep schedule is wrecked, and top it off, the rent is late. I heard once that if you become a roommate with a friend, you never stay friends for long. In my case, my friendship is strained with my friend making excuses for why they need me to cover their half of the rent. Thanks to that deadbeat, I'm working harder just to scrape by every month. Picking up a second job will drive me to early grave at this point. The park gives me a chance to have some much needed alone time. Technically I have 2 jobs, so. And school, so. This part of the park in particular is my favorite because it's untouched by the Notch's family members and college jerks. The only people who come here are the groundskeepers. Even then, they only come by in the morning. Close my eyes, I rub my face and breathe out tension from my body so that I could enjoy the peace and quiet. Just then I feel someone sit beside me. Startled, I turn to face the interloper. It's Peter. Hi, Peter.
Whoa, hey, take it easy. It's just me.
Yeah, I know it's you. The stranger says, trying to keep me from leaping too high off the park bench. You're a jumpy one, aren't ya? Scooting awkwardly towards me, a shy smile creeps over his face. I keep my eyes on him like a hawk, unsure what his intentions are. Not once do his unblinking eyes stray from mine. So, are you waiting for a family member or a friend? It's just kind of odd for you to just be sitting here all alone like this, so far away from the jogging track. Well, to be fair, this is what he's thinking. You know what he's actually thinking because, well, he's killed people before. A chill runs down my spine. I cross my arms over my chest and slide myself away from him, perching closer to the edge of the bench. Does the same person walk up to you out of nowhere and start asking such questions? No. But people do say weird ask weird questions. The stranger picks up on my unease, referring from moving any closer towards me. Crossing his fingers in between his legs, he smiles warmly. I mean, you don't look like a groundskeeper or one of those old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi. I am one of those old people doing Tai Chi. Just getting some alone time to myself. Things have been pretty intense lately. I don't know what Tai Chi is. It's like he wants to wrap his arms around me and comfort, fingers twitching. He does, definitely.
Look, I know this is sudden. Very sudden. But may I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
I love how his voice goes and mutters something like, look, I know it's very sudden, but if you're free tonight, can I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner? Can I have the pleasure? Never mind, he's weird. I can't tell if it's just him being socially awkward or eccentric. Or both. Why? Why is he interested in me of all people?
Well, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't that why you're here?
He's talking to us. My boyfriend? Why would he be assuming we're in a relationship? Well, because that's the name of the game, is your boyfriend. And he's the boyfriend. The stranger sits patiently waiting for my answer. What? No! Sorry, Peter. I like your reaction though, you're so cute. I pull my hand away from his. Normally I try to be polite when I turn down someone's advances, but the stranger's presumptuousness makes my skin crawl. Oh, I see. I think I'm getting a mixed message. Oh, I see. I think I'm getting mixed messages from you. Oh, Peter. Can you hear me? I mean, it doesn't make any sense for you to come here and then not want me. Sorry, Peter. Quickly leaving my seat, hopefully, I get back to the more frequent parts of the park before any other creeps crawl out from under the rocks and bushes. What are you doing? Where are you going? His expression is a tempest of mixed emotions, none of them as positive or playful as when I first saw him. It's getting late. I'm going to head home. I lie, of course. I roll around to find the nearest path out of the park and onto the nearest public street. Oh, well, maybe I could walk you home then? Peter. No, thank you. Look, it's nothing personal, but you're coming off as a little creepy. I'm not really that comfortable around you. Sorry, Peter. He rubs his arms awkwardly. Creepy, but to be fair, you've been stalking me, Peter. But what? Oh, he was gonna say, I love you. Sorry, I have to go. It's like, oh, Peter. It isn't love. This isn't like a session in lust. I put him off and walk away, occasionally looking over my shoulder. I don't want him creeping up on me while my back was turned. He's still gonna follow us. He doesn't move, just sitting there with a forlorn look on his face. I do feel bad doing that, but I do like how he's technically talking to us at the same time. Like, the game mixed messages. You're playing the game. I wander around the city a little bit, visiting places I normally wouldn't. I was gonna say shouldn't. My paranoia has me looking over my shoulder, wondering if he might still be lurking somewhere behind me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking straight. But who knows? Some guy who presumes that he's your boyfriend before either of you even know each other's names is probably not the most not the most not the most the most healthiest of people, are they? Yeah, he's basically the Harley Quinn at this point. Harley Quinn / Joker, actually both of them at the same time. Still, the way I left him behind, like he makes me feel like maybe I'm the jerk. And when I say Harley Quinn, I mean like the original OG Harley Quinn. Or Arkham Harley Quinn. I came across the local florist shop. I remember passing on a few of my downtown walks. I've been meaning to stop in and pick up some flowers for the apartment, but could never seem to find the time. Well, I have time now, so why not? Stepping into the shop, I'm hit with the fragrant combined scent of various flowers inside. I wander past the colorful displays of flower arrangements, potted plants, and small gift bags of pottery. I had a particular purchase in mind. I catch the scent of roses with a rustic wooden shelf display. Being mindful that some still had their thorns, I reached out to pick one up. I had a hand brushes against mine. I snatched my hand away, catching a glimpse of the other person. Oh, fancy seeing you here. The man from the park beams at me before pulling the rose out. I didn't know you shopped here too. I don't. The stranger places a finger on his lips. Shh, it's a small shop. There's no need to raise your voice. His comment rubs me the wrong way, but I try to compose myself. Did you follow me here? Is this a pure coincidence, or should I be worried? Well, probably should be worried anyway, because he does stalk you. What? Of course not. He looks a little hurt by my accusation, because he knows. I come here almost every day, you know. Oh, I'm really being a butthole to him. He fumbles around with the rose in his hand, still focusing squarely on the ground. I love flowers. This little shop is the only one nearby, so I come here a lot to see what new bouquets they have made and if they have any on sale. I admit that sometimes I get a glimpse of you through the windows of the diner that you work at. Lately, I've been waiting to walk in and finally say hi, but I lose my nerve and stay out. I guess that's not too bad. Maybe I'm overreacting? I guess that's understandable. It's difficult for me to notice people when I'm walking the same path almost every day. Like a mindless robot, I guess I can't really blame him for my lack of awareness. Look, I have to get going. He steps closer as if muttering up the nerve to ask me something. I know you have no interest in me, and I get that, but can I at least see you again? Not on a date or anything. Just to hang out. Aw, Peter. I feel as though we got off on a bad start. Why? I don't even know your name. My name? It's a joke, really. I much prefer you made a nickname for me. The smile on his face fades in a slight glimpse. I really don't like my name. Honestly, I'd rather be called something else, like a nickname or something. He must have a really horrible name or really horrible parents that want to dissociate with. Take a moment and figure out there's no real harm in making a nickname for him. After all, it would be easier for me to remember. Well, how about YB? How about YB? He seems pleased with with what name I came up with, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. Yeah, that's much better, honestly. Thank you. I see that the sun is getting lower in the sky. Well, it's getting dark. I had better get going home. It's nice seeing you, YB. Nice meeting you, YB. I turn to leave the shop. Hey, wait! YB calls out to me. I turn to see him smiling sheepishly. Can I walk you home? I suppose. Okay, we have to do that. He tries to keep a cool composure as I accept his offer, but I can see his eyes that he's struggling not to bounce all over the walls. Like a hyperactive kid. I know he has a thing for me, but he isn't pushing it, and is respecting my decision to not date. Oh no, he's not expecting that. He's not expecting that. He's not doing that at all. YB glances at the rose that was still in his hands, holding it out to me. I accept it without thinking. Thanks, you don't have to though. No, I insist. He smiles and walks me to the cashier. He pulls out his wallet and fumbles through some dollar bills while the force wraps the rose and places it on the stark white box. After the purchase, he hands the box to me. Shall we get going? Yeah, let's. We leave the store and together we walk into my apartment. He's so adorable. The walk is surprisingly nice as the two of us go back and forth in conversation. YB surprisingly did most of the talking. It's like, yeah, he definitely wanted me too. Once we arrive in my apartment, YB looks down at me and tucks his hands into his pockets. Well, sweet home. We stand in the hallway, neither of us knowing exactly what to say next. I start to hear faint sounds of my roommate and their study partner messing around inside. YB hears them too, his eyes wide. Yeah, that's the reason why I can't invite you in. I cringe at the sounds. YB avoids eye contact. His cheeks flush. He's imagining the same thing, and I'm so embarrassed. For myself. More or less. I'm hesitant to open the door in front of him. Understanding my reluctance, he steps away to give me a little space. Well, I better get going then. When did you want me up? I mean, when do you get the time? I think for a minute. What? Crap, I work all day this week. Like every day this week. I don't know if tomorrow's a slow day since it's Sunday. You can come over if you like. It's that mom and pop's diner in the by the record store. Hey, didn't he already tell us that he saw us? Having me pose as a customer to extend your break time? Devious. I like it. He flashes a wary smile before turning and saunters down the hall. Give me a goodbye wave before disappearing. I'll be there around noon then. Ah. My apartment is silent, except for the murmuring sound of my roommate's study partner in the kitchen. I shield my eyes as I walk past. They have a habit of walking around afterwards, and I don't want to guess if they were dressed this time. Not burning to turn on the lights in my room, I flop down on the bed, face first into the mattress, with my limbs spread out like a star. Like Patrick Star, letting out a long groan. I roll into my back and stare up at the ceiling. It was a rare and eventful day. I got a little quiet time, and I even made a new acquaintance, despite getting off on the wrong foot at first. Too tired to get up and find a vase or glass for the rose, I rest on my nightstand. I don't even bother getting undressed. I pull the blankets over myself and drift off to sleep. Okay, rushing. Yay, he's here. Okay, on to day 2. So, YN, did you have a nice time with YB? Don't answer that. It's time to get up and face another day. Nailed it. Darn. I roll over in my bed. Every inch of my body is begging me to wake up, but I don't feel like it. I feel so sleep deprived. Probably because I had someone in my room all night. I fight the will to wake up for a moment, rubbing my eyes before sitting up in my bed. I'm a mess. That's weird. I didn't realize I left the window open. Guess we didn't. I don't wear most of the clothes anymore. At this point, it's piling up and making it difficult to see inside. Most of my clothes are just hand-me-downs. That's a nice way to say things that no one wants to wear. Oh, surprisingly, a lot of my things were not hand-me-downs. Well, they were stuff from the first store, because I was the only child. Did, however, get a hand-me-down Game Boy from one of my mom's friends from church. And so that's when my session of Pokemon came out. Because I didn't get my games until later on in childhood. And, yeah. A person could probably fit comfortably inside it. I didn't realize. Okay. Sorry, I had to read that. 9:12 a.m. He wouldn't be able to fit in my closet. He'd probably die. Clothes pile. Oh god, I'm late for work. Finally dressed, I rush out of my bedroom, make my way to the kitchen section where I normally put my work keys.
Hey, looks like someone's in a hurry.
Oh, holy cow, Lucy. Jeez. Startled by the sudden voice, I turn around and look over towards my roommate, who looks just as surprised as I am. Whoa, chill out, my dude. You got all jumpy this early in the morning? For a moment, I'm surprised she's not even irritated that I called her by her name. She only allowed it with people she trusts. I mean, I share the same house with her. She'd probably trust me. Then I shake my head, focusing back on my predicament. I'm late for work, so I gotta bolt before I lose my job. I frantically try to explain as I grab my keys from the kitchen counter and start hurrying my way towards the front door. So no coffee then? She makes her way to the coffee machine to turn it off. As much as I have many issues with my roommate's lifestyle, lack of job, and always leaving me with the rent, at least she keeps the place clean and makes coffee for me every morning. I guess it's these little gestures that hold me back from looking for a new place, and a new roommate. No, not today. Thanks, though. I hurry. Actually, I should probably make it. I answer before taking my leave, not entirely closing the door behind me as I bolt my way down the stairs and onto the apartment building. Great way to start a new day. At least I'll be seeing YB today, so that's something on the upside. It's Sunday. There are usually hardly any customers on Sunday mornings, but even then, it doesn't excuse my tardiness. Rushing through the front door of the diner, I dash into the kitchen, grab my apron, and my off the coat hanger, and along the far end of the wall. The apron seems to be the only place where the grease stains don't get over me. Fumbling to tie the apron on, I rush over towards the time clock to snatch my time card to punch in. Wait. According to this, I already clocked in. Who could have? TK. My attention snaps towards the sound of approaching footsteps. Whoever it is, they're not trying to be discreet, as they carry a clinking stack of dirty dishes back from the table.
There you are. Where have you been?
Sleeping.
I've been covering your shift for the past 45 minutes without the boss even knowing you're not here.
45 minutes? Pretty sure one is like an hour and then... or 2 hours, technically. TK rushes right by my side as they gently place the dishes into the sink of soapy hot water. Wiping her hands, TK sighs, loud enough to make me sure I hear it. They're like this all the time, though, always acting like they're the big sibling to everyone, keeping things in one piece. If I try to think of an excuse that doesn't sound pathetic as my alarm clock did go off, but the truth is all I have, so I try to downplay the issue. I don't get why you're making such a fuss. We're pretty much dead on Sunday morning. You clearly weren't paying attention when you came barging in. TK wipes their hand on their apron before gesturing for me to look out through the service window. What the? Are you kidding me? Why are there so many old farts here? It's senior discount day. I tried not to raise my voice to a point that the fiber chopping boomers outside did not hear me. A tour bus came along, that's what happened. Now stop asking questions, start waiting tables. TK hands a spare notepad and pencil, nudges me out of the kitchen. Great, here I am, hoping to have an easygoing day. So much for that. The breakfast crowd is rough to say the least. The less I talk about the customers, the better. But today's really pushed my patience. A couple of customers, even friends, refused to pay for their breakfast because it was too slow and they didn't get their coffee cups filled 5 or 6 times. I had to smooth things out with a smile so sugary sweet that it would have given them a cavity. Luckily, I have a bit of charisma, which is level 100, and have been able to smooth all but the toughest of customers. Sometimes it's just easier to give them an IOU saying that their next meal is on the house if they really aren't that ticked off. They leave quickly and never come back, and we don't lose money. It's a win-win. Or you have the one that comes back and demands it and doesn't know it's go for the wrong person. It's strange that some of the worst customers are the oldest. I guess you don't have much common decency and human kindness with one foot in the grave. Some. Not all. Some are amazing. Some throw bread at you. Because the cashier bagged it too heavy. It was just a bag and the bread and the eggs. She had heavier stuff in the bags, and she just said it was too heavy and just threw it at my face. Such a hassle. Eventually, the crowd starts dying down, leaving most to do sightseeing, others staying in order to order more coffee or lunch. At least these are the kind of customers that don't mind mind their own business and are more focused on eating or talking. Staggering into the kitchen, I let out a loud sigh, rest against the wall, following people to take a moment to relax. I know you want to get off your feet, but you missed the table. TK sneaks to my side, giving me a gentle nudge before pulling back out to the dining area. I roll my exhausted eyes and look over towards them. Can't you do it? I don't feel like having a Karen hurl their cereal at me again. I would, but you owe me for covering your butt for an hour. Darn, they have a point. With a groan, I lean myself off the wall, trying to straighten my posture, and stumble back out. Scanning the booths, I check all the tables I had already gone, matching their faces and orders table by table. I don't think I missed any. A voice chimes in from the booth to my right. Hey there, stranger. I have to do ... I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of a reply. Crossing my arms, I gave him a glare. The silence was growing uncomfortable. for him anyways. He shifts a little to in his seat. I just thought I might just visit you at work to make the day a little easier for you. I don't like being mean to you, but I did promise myself I'll do almost all or all the routes for day 4. How thick are you? I said to wait for me to call, not harass me at work. I said that he could come to work. Never mind. I know, but you could use a break, right? I'm sure your friend wouldn't mind. Look, I'm too busy right now, okay? One again, he looked away and shook his head. I'll get going, sorry. I watch as he gets up from the booth and makes his way out the diner, not even making eye contact or saying a word as he leaves. Heading back into the kitchen area, I noticed TK was looking at me with a intrigued look on their face. What was up with that guy? Your table service that bad? Nah, it was someone who's been pestering me to go out with him. I'm just a little too flustered to deal with him right now. It's like, oh, I get shot. I think I noticed a slight shift in expression that they tried to cover up. I'm kind of known they had a thing for me for a while, but they're probably wondering whether or not I'll give in to YB's advances. Kinda. Yeah, will. After a moment of silence, I tug at my apron and hang it up. What are you doing? I'm going to take my break. Digging around my pocket, I pull out a $5 bill. Any chance you can dish me up some lunch? Seriously, I serve customers, YN, not coworkers. Yeah, and I'm paying, therefore I'm a customer. Rolling their eyes, TK takes the money from my hand and tucks it away in their apron pocket. Fair point. Don't expect me to keep serving you during your workday. You said that last time. I say with a smug look on my face. TK chuckles themselves. Just take a seat. I'll see what I could whip up for you. Now it's good to finally get off my feet. These shoes are not working for me. Just then, TK shows up, placing a sandwich, a small bowl of today's soup, and a drink in front of me before taking a seat. Hey now, I didn't order this much. I complained, though I'm not really against extra servings. I know, but I figured I'll get you a little something extra anyways. Aw, thank you. ... I had to do that. I didn't say anything, leaving my soup untouched. TK frowns at the awkward silence. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work. They say walking away without looking back. Guess I won't be getting any more favors from them today. That's okay. They're always tomorrow. It's like sucker. What a day. For a Sunday, it's a freaking busy. Here I was hoping for a laid-back day, and I can't wait to get home. Just kneel over. Each step is just as agonizing as the last, and the pondering headache certainly isn't helping me. Maybe I'm irritated, or just a little self-aware of my surroundings, but I swear it feels like someone's eyes are on me. Home sweet home. I'm surprised my feet didn't fall off while making my way here. Reaching in my pocket, I pull out my keys, knowing full well that Lucy always locks up every time I leave. I don't see why though. There you are. Jeez, what the heck? You can't sneak up on me like that. The old man unapologetically crosses his arms as he continues. Why would you be surprised?
Today's the deadline for the other half of your rent.
Oh yeah, sorry. Judging by his expression, he's having an exhausting day too. Fine. I'll talk to Lucy about it again. I mumble as I finally find the key to the door and try to get inside to avoid another lecture. Actually, I prefer if I came inside to talk to her about it right now. It wasn't a request. Alright, come on in. There goes my peace and quiet. Opening the door, I allow the landlord to come in first. He's already scanning the area, our living space, probably to look for any damage or mess that he could charge us extra for. There's an unsettling silence between the both of us as he continues to look around the place.
She's not here, is she?
I don't know, I just got here. I guess not. Lucy's naturally loud, and when she's not, she's smoking things that probably get us kicked out. In a heartbeat. Thankfully, we normally blame it on scented candles. Doorman groans, pinching the bridge of his nose. I can't keep doing this. You certainly can't keep their end of the rent. Listen, you're clearly more responsible one. She's broken her agreement one too many times. She has to go. ... The landlord raises his eyebrow, impatiently waiting for my answer. You are aware that I'm on a busy schedule here, right? I have several other appointments to attend to, and I have to have your file cleared by morning, so I need you to make a decision now. I still don't say anything. My anxiety is building up at this point. Look, you can't keep covering her like this, and what if you can't find another job? On the one hand, Lucy's been laid back since we met and hasn't done anything to contribute towards the rent. Replacing her would lift a weight off my shoulder. On the other hand, if I kick her out, who am I going to get to take her place? And where's she going to live? I hardly know anyone else. It would be awkward to ask total strangers to move in with me, not to mention life is already hectic at home. So having one of my family members would bring chaos to this place. Who the heck am I going to get as my new roommate? I need to get back to work. Just have her come by my office to see if you see her again. He immediately begins to make his way out. His movements are much lighter than usual. I'm surprised. Then he stopped, turning it to look at me over his shoulder. Listen, kid, I know you mean well. It's refreshing, but you gotta realize you can only go so far when dealing with crappy people. Saying this, he resumes making his way out, closing the door behind him. This honestly surprised me, seeing his attitude change from grumpy old man to sympathetic, Peter. If I'm not mistaken, I sense he might regret putting me in a difficult position. Yeah, he definitely does. After a moment of pondering, I pull out my phone as I walk into my bedroom to make a call. I need to make a decision soon. Pick up the scrap of paper on the floor. I look over the number YB had written down. And might as well call him. With a pushover like him, I'm sure he'll take care of most things around here, rather than bleed me dry. Besides, I'm sure he'll jump to my offer in a heartbeat. He's in the room. What the heck? Okay, what the heck was that all about? Lucy? Lucy, are you home? The landlord needs to have a word with you regarding your agreement to this place. Okay, go to room. What? What happened? My head. Dear God. Who did this? Well, I know. The funny part is, I wasn't as mean. I only was mean in one part. What's going on? Who's there? I can't see a thing. I feel a hand running down my back as though to smooth me with long, soft pats. I feel warm breath on my ear.
Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
Is that YB's voice? I tried to roll over to get a better look at the butthole in my room home, but everything's too dark. Yep, it is. Only black silhouette appears before me. What? Okay, day 3. Ah! What? I'm back in my room? My head is pounding. What happened last night? Oh god, that's right, I wasn't alone. The one who attacked me, his voice was just like... It must have been a nightmare. It must have been a dream, a nightmare more like. I guess I've been too stressed lately. Thank God it didn't happen though. Who could it be? Oh, that's probably YB. I better get that. I hope it's YB. It's been a long time since I looked forward to seeing someone. Coming. Quickly making my way towards the door, I take a deep breath and look through the people and see Dawn. Oh! Sir! Sorry about that. I thought you were someone else. Paranoid enough to not answer the door, huh? Sorry. The landlord doesn't seem to acknowledge the apology as he crosses his arms and continues. I just came by to ask if you've seen Lucy yet today. She said something about needing some advice, but didn't have the time to talk at that moment. Oh, something changed? No, actually, I kinda just went into my room for the rest of the day after seeing you. You mean she's not here? Now? You're sure? I mean, you can come in and check. Normally she's passed out on the sofa after a hangover, but... Saying this, I look over to the couch, but there's no Lucy. Okay, did he probably already killed her. Oh, so it's different. The older man makes his way in, walking over straight to Lucy's room and giving a firm pounding against her door. Lou, wake up and Adam. We need to talk. There's no answer, but no yelling, no usual grumbling, no throwing anything at the door in response. Darn it. He huffs, jiggling the doorknob for a moment as a warning before opening the door. She's not home yet? You sure she's normally back by now? She should. He asks, walking in and starting to look through the papers that are scattered all over the place. Yeah, she's usually making coffee for the both of us. I see. Does she keep her phone on her often? She never without it. Good. I'll check my Rolex and see if I can get a hold of her. Is Rolex? Do you mean an Apple Watch? Saying this, the landlord walks out of Lucy's room, closing the door behind me once I'm out as well. Seems I might need to give her a few hints in job searching as well. He says mainly to himself, why? All of those papers, they're job applications date back to 4 months ago. There's a pin of guilt in my gut as she says this. I mistreated Lucy so badly lately. She wasn't making half but excuses about not getting any callbacks after all. Anyways, I'll give her a call. If she doesn't pick up, let's just pray she comes by later. I might have an opening for her. Oh, he's gonna give her the job this time. So, if I upload it prior, I changed a little bit on one, and Peter was literally hounding him, not giving Lucy the job instead. Saying this, The landlord takes his leave. I might upload this one first. I stand there for a moment, bite my lower bottom lip, and entertaining the idea of calling Lucy as a way to apologize. Yeah, then again, she probably wouldn't like the fact that the landlord and I have been in her room. Anyway, I better wash up and head out. Oh, he probably killed Lucy. And here we are, looking down at the barrel of the lower than minimum wage, possibly expired food, and not just customers. I mean, at least it's not TK or Dawn, but at least I won't be hearing for being here. At least I won't be here for long today. I better hurry up and clock in. And it is Lucy. Hey, YN, I texted you earlier. You did? Pulling out my phone from my back pocket, I turned it on and checked my messages. Seems you're blocked. Weird, I don't see anything from you. Well, I did. Anyway, I was trying to tell you that there's no work today. We had a break-in last night. A break-in? Who?
Not sure yet. The kitchen is a wreck though. The back door is completely busted in, all the cooking equipment is banged up, and the boss's office is completely ruined.
Jesus. Was anything stolen? I don't know. Justin, a distressed holler is heard in the kitchen area. Okay, it's Dawn. It's actually Dawn this time. Instead, I could tell with his Roy's facial expressions. I can't make out what's being said, but suddenly an officer quickly makes their way out of the kitchen, radioing for ambulance. He looks completely distraught. As soon as he makes the call, he turns his attention to us and asks us to wait outside. Why? What's going on? The officer doesn't say anything at first, still looking as though he's trying to process what he saw. Please, we found a body locked in the freezer. He finally manages to explain. I need you to know to wait outside, okay? TK's shoulders drop upon hearing this. And what? Wait outside, please. It's all he mutters. He doesn't seem to have the energy to repeat himself. Because I know who died. Peter, stop it. Stop killing Dawn. Stop killing Dawn. Dawn and TK are off limits. As much as I do love Lucy too, Lucy's out of all of them. Lucy's the one out of fair game. Only because I'm asthmatic. There's still a silence between TK and me, even though with the cars driving by, people walking around us, and the wailing of sirens in the distance, everything seems so quiet. Christ, now I feel bad for wanting a little more excitement in my life. You and me both. You can't think we've... don't you... you and me both. You don't think we're gonna be suspects, do you? Best way out here until they call us back in. We don't want the security we don't even have security cameras in the place, so it could be anyone.
Oh, there you are! I've been looking everywhere for you!
Oh god, you had me worried sick, are you right? Did they say what did they say? If they blame me on this on you, I swear to God I'll... Peter? No, I'm fine. It's okay. It's just hard to grasp right now. YP's expression of great concern slowly fades to annoyance as he glares over at TK. Why didn't you wait outside like I told you? I didn't want them dealing with this. Yeah, because you killed them and you didn't want me to see the body? Well, excuse me, Your Highness. I had to be brought in for questioning and get my alibi straight. Besides, YN wasn't answering their phone. Yeah, probably because Peter probably blocked it. He snuck in my room. YB, are you... Oh, you're here? You were here earlier? Yeah, committing the murder. But all to show him happy because I literally was just with him. Yeah, I wanted to get you your breakfast before you went to work. He says between gritted teeth. But it looks like someone completely forgot to tell you about that. There's been a break-in and probably a bloody body in the freezer. There's a lot more going on right now besides your damn breakfast date. Okay. That's enough. YB, that's enough. YB stops instantly, his attention completely away from TK and fully towards me. I'm sorry. He mutters, his gaze drifts down at the ground as though he was a puppy just got kicked. It kind of does look like a puppy got kicked. Or a cat that got kicked. Is it more cat? His motif is cat or cat anyway. As I was saying, we need to wait by the diner. There still might need us to clarify our whereabouts last night, so we're not sus in their eyes. Yeah, YB. Why don't you head back to my place? I'll call you when things clear up here. Okay. And watch YB walk off with his head hanging low. See, this is what I'm talking about. TK whispers a bit, making direct eye contact with me, while gesturing towards YB. There's something not right about him. TK, you're right. I don't respond. There's too much going on to deal with either of their jealousy right now. I just hope it's not someone we know. I doubt it. I only know two other people besides you and YB, and they're back home. Oh no, I already know who it is because Roy's expressions. Oh god. What? What is it? I was gonna say, she's gonna say Lucy hasn't come home yet, but it is Don, and the police officer's expressions gives it to me it's Don. Lucy didn't come home last night. Wait, you don't think? I don't answer as I sped past TK, charging the diner, pushing aside the still-riled officer as I make my way inside the kitchen area. And I was talking to a ghost the entire time. That's my answer. And I'm sticking to it. That's my headcanon. Instead, when I was with him in the apartment this morning, I was talking to a ghost. Oh god, please no. No. I feel someone pulling me away from the scene, verbally demanding I keep my distance. No, that's my landlord. I dragged back into the diner, TK coming to my side, attempting to calm me down. My outburst caused a scene. There's more questions than attended after identifying the body. I do my best to give as much information as I can. I don't know anyone who might have done this to him. I do. I mean, the landlord was always getting on everyone's bad side, but he was such a strong man who wouldn't go down easily. It's like I fell for him. Thanks for walking me home, TK. That's no problem. There's no problem. We're off for a while, so I'll be checking up on you tomorrow morning, if that's alright. I love that, actually. Thanks. Aw. Hey, does that mean we get free rent, by the way? Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that joke. I'm just automatically thought that. TK steps closer and hugs me. Their embrace tight as they nuzzle against my cheek. If you need anything, I'll be a phone call away, alright? I can't remember, but a hug, them back. TK's always been so sweet and supportive. Despite how many times I ignored their feelings for me, I need to make it up to them sometime. TK finally pulls away and pats my shoulder. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Try to get some sleep. With that, they take their leave, hands shoved in their pockets and head hanging low. I walk in. I didn't see the two other people in the room at first, not until I feel someone walking up and wrapping their arms around me. I'm a little startled, but too drained to react properly. Pulling away just a bit, I lift my head to be face to face with the one who came to comfort me without hesitation.
Hey, sweetie. I heard what happened.
Lucy! Just then, YB walks up, nudging Lucy and me apart. Give YN some room to breathe. They just had a traumatic day. It's like, yeah, but I thought it was Lucy for a while. Lucy shoots YB an irritated look for a moment before taking a step back. Yeah, you're right. It's just, geez, so out of the blue. Who on earth could do such a thing to Mr. Williams? Sure, he was obnoxious about rent and the stuff I smoke here, but he sure as heck didn't deserve that. No, he didn't. And it's odd because I just saw him. And he's just now walks in the room. Oh, yep, definitely a ghost. And at your job too? What the heck is all about? All of this is far too suspicious. Yeah, like someone's planning my murder. Me to have to stay with them? YB takes me by my hand and leans me over towards the sofa, sitting me down before kissing the top of my head.
You relax, darling. I'll get you something to drink.
Lucy sits down next to me, placing her hand on mine. I can feel her worried gaze on me, but she doesn't say a word. What could she say? Nothing. I didn't even know what his name was. What? Mr. Williams. I only know his name because you said it just now. Let's not dwell on that. YB speaks as he approaches me with a glass of water, handing it to me before sitting himself down on the other side of the sofa. I just saw him this morning. He seemed just fine. What was he even there what was he even doing there in that short amount of time? Pretty sure I saw a ghost, and now we have a ghost landlord. Lazy writing. No, ghost landlord. We have Dawn, the friendly ghost, friendly landlord ghost running around. Hey, anyway, he's right though. You really shouldn't work yourself up on this. You're acting like Mr. Williams is the dad you never liked, but started realizing he's not that bad. Actually, Ghost Dawn comes in, picks up Peter, just throws him across the room. Now you're so pathetic. You're always kept dodging that man for God knows how long. I bet you're happy he's gone. What the
fuck is that supposed to mean?
Must be Brunt. Must I be Brunt dead weight? Either miss, I spent all my money to pay my rent. Pay my rent again? Peter, how do you know that? Hey, eat my butt, you little twerp. No thanks. I don't eat that. YB, that's uncalled for. YB, that's uncalled for. I huff out, glaring at him. Sure, I've never liked it when she brings over some new damn near each night, but she always tries to make it up to me in other ways. Libby seems to sink into his seat a little after I snap at him, muttering apology. Anyway, I gotta head out. I'll be back later tonight. I trust your man will keep you company, right? She asked, looking over to YB. All night. He reassures, wrapping his arm around me and pulling me close. All right.
Chin up, sweetie. It's always darkest before the dawn, like my mom always said. Before she started eating glass.
Her mom was weird. Jesus, what kind of parents raised you? The kind I ran away from, obviously. She says that with a slight chuckle before making her way out the door. Love ya. Libby comes over and sits down next to me, wrapping one arm around my shoulder and tugging me close against him. This place makes you depressed, darling. Why not stay with me tonight? Help to get your mind off things. I suppose so. I never actually saw your place. Darling, trust me. The moment you see it, you won't want to leave. And if you try, I'll just have to tie you down and make you stay. Are you joking? You want to find out? Sure. I say with a hesitating tone. I have a gut feeling that this is a bad idea, but after everything that's happened today, I need a distraction. It's definitely not a bad idea at all. Clearly, the ghost right behind me going, doing charades saying this guy's the killer. Killed me is a hallucination. A smirk curls on YB's face as he stands up from the sofa, extending his hand to me and help me off the sofa. So bold, I like it. I swear I feel my heart getting caught in my throat as I realize what I'm getting into. The man takes my hand and leads me out of my apartment. Waiting parked on the curb is a worn-down-looking gray van. Its windows darkly tinted on the side. All it needs is a free candy sign, and it's good to have several people report it. YB opens the van door for me, helping me inside before closing it shut. Inside isn't too bad. He keeps it decently clean, with a cachet collection of scented pine trees on the rearview mirror, and an ashtray filled with various change. I'm surprised it doesn't have, like, ashtrays because he does smoke. Buckle up, it's gonna be a long ride. How far? About 3 hours. 3 hours? I live rather far away from here, just as I like it, but oh, so far from you. That's okay. The gas money is worth seeing you every day. Wait a minute, you drive 3 hours over here every day just to go to a flower shop? Oh no. YB chuckles out an unnerving chuckle. Oh, YB. Oh, YN, I love you, but you're not very bright. Think about it. The moment I see you at the park, those times I saw you at the diner, how you were always leave your window closed no matter how many times I opened it. At night, your perfectly sized closet. Figured that someone would sleep in my closet. I heard a story. You and your you were stalking me? You blame me? You're the one that's always on my mind, the one who makes my heart beat out of my chest each time I see you, smell you. Peter. You want the truth? The truth is I'm mad to the point that I want to caress your skin while you sleep soundly each night. Wait, what? You do that? No wonder I keep waking up in the middle of the night and don't sleep. What? Don't you get it? I'm opening my heart to you. I'm being forward. I'm being honest. Truth matters in the relationship, and I'm tired of keeping things from you. I love you. I loved you the moment I saw you in the diner. wanted to storm in, but it wasn't the right way to approach you, proper way to approach you. So I had to follow your instead. Study your pattern, memorize your schedule, practice what to say when you finally alone and not working. The park was perfect to finally approach you. Wybie glances towards me with a dark glow in his eyes. Once we get to my place, I'd like to show you how much I've been dying to have you to myself. Okay. Okay. That's all I could whisper, feeling myself sink more into my seat as he continues to drive. I don't know what I'm more disgusted with, the confession of his stalker-like behavior, or what he's done to me in my sleep, or the realization that I'm finally find these actions of his arousing. Because I'm definitely different too. Wybie seems to take my response well, as he brings one hand over and places it firmly against my thigh as he caresses it with such eager emotion. I knew you would understand, my love. My body shivers upon feeling his hand on my leg, followed by those words with such a seductive tone. Dear God, I'm trapped in the van with my stalker. What am I getting myself into? What's this? It doesn't. Wybie doesn't respond, simply reaching over to close the glove box back up. Unimportant item, relating to an unimportant event involving an unimportant butthole. I can't dwell on it. Unimportant? What do you mean? Wait, was it you? Wybie doesn't respond. His eyes focus on the road. Did you kill Mr. Williams? He looks at me, smiling slightly, as if proud but trying to hide it. We're having a heart-to-heart, so might as well be forward. In short, yes, I murdered him, but he had to go. He would only get in the way. We can't have that. His expression turns cold as he mutters the last sentence. You get that, yes. Yes, I do. Oh, I get to say that with him. I did not know I could say it with if he was Donald's killed. Wow, he was really serious about this, more than I thought, more so than I imagined. I'll kill for you is such a cliche, but he meant it. He really did, really cared for me that deeply. Though, I think he lost missed the translation of, he wasn't going to, Don had no harm on me, and I highly doubt, my thing is, I don't think Don even has a thing for you. TK does, and Lucy might, but Don, he's probably just too old for this. He'll probably get you together with his son instead. I feel a spark, ignited by his possessive passion. I wasn't barred at all. In transformation, chilling words into something that's warmed my body. I'm flattered that he put himself in the risk to murder someone for me. Yes, definitely. Oh, I'll think like most people, you'd be a little freaked out by the murder confession. Yeah, I'm not like most people. I grew up on Murder, She Wrote and Doctor Who and Sherlock Holmes. Okay, and Invader Zim. And Johnny the Homicide Maniac. Because my dad didn't realize that he gave me, realize what he bought me. It seems reassured by my answer becoming less intense. I know you would understand, just another way that we met for one another. He reaches over again to pat my thigh, his eyes focus on the road ahead. I place my hand over his, appreciating the warmth. Looking out of my passenger window on the road, I observed the city's streets turn to suburbs and enclaves, which slowly give way to forest and farmland. I could feel myself getting tired each passing mile. Wybie holds my hand in his, squeezing it gently. We'll be home soon. I close my eyes and drift off to sleep. Okay, on to day 4. My head hurts. Ugh. I push surface candles. I push surface cradles me. A bed. My heavy eyes fight to focus on my surroundings. Welcome back to the world of living, darling. What's going on? Wybie is there, staring in anticipation. My skin prickles at his voice as I try to move away from him. Darn, my wrists are bound over my head. I try to strain, only to see them fixed on the wood hardboard with rope. Sorry about that restraints. I want to take the time to explain some things to you first. He looks concerned as I struggle against the ropes. I'm tied up in a strange place against my will. I gulp, anxiety. I was anxious over the dire situation I found myself in. Can I get you something to eat, love? I figured you might be hungry after the trip. What? I can't fart eating in this predicament, but being animal might improve my situation a bit. I just need to act cool with him. Yes, thank you. Wybie smiles warmly and puts a sandwich near my mouth. It smells like peanut butter and jelly. It's not fancy, but I thought you might like it. I grab the sandwich in my hand, too uneasy to think about eating. Go on, you need to eat something. It's been a while. I take a small bite and yes, it tastes good, better than any I remember any peanut butter and jelly sandwich ever tasting, but it's probably because I'm actually hungry. I eat halfway and pull my head away to signal I'm finished. Wybie places a sandwich on the small plate on top of his nightstand. It didn't seem like he wanted to hurt me. Maybe he was just being weird again. I calm down, not pulling against the ropes anymore. Any chance you could untie me? Only if you promise to be good for me. So he wants to play games? Sure, I could play along. He lowers his hand to my thigh and starts stroking me imminently. Going back to my butt, he gives me a firm grope. I give Wybie a 40 look, leaning up against the bed. If I play my cards right, he might untie me. He seems a bit taken back by my eagerness. Wow. He laughs a bit awkwardly. You know, I thought about this time in my life where I would finally have you where I wanted you. But oh crap. Okay, I'm supposed to do that. My breath becomes shallow from his touch and I bite my lip. Okay, we're gonna have to edit that part out. Without thinking about it, I push against him, imitating a hunger groan. It's like, yeah, oh, we're faking it. He flashes me a red-blooded grin. Eager. His mouth covers mine. His long tongue snakes its way past my lips. I'm deep in the kiss. Are we doing this? Reaching out, he pulls out a knife. My heart skips a beat a moment until, in one swift moment, he cuts the bonds from my wrist. I dare not say anything. I just keep my mouth shut and have my eyes locked on him in helpless fear. Relax, darling. I want you to enjoy yourself. A poetic whisper on my lips. I catch a glimpse of his arms and I say, scars? I see the lines of hearts covering his flesh. Some of them seem new, red and fleshy, scabbed over. Not being able to hold himself any longer. We'll be back. I'll be back. Kissing the top of my head, he departs from the bed into another room. He comes back a second later with a towel and damp washcloth. I don't think I'll wash up. Quite yet. I'm surprised by the cement. It makes me feel special. No one has ever said something that intimate to me before. I felt invisible my whole life, going through the motions of my sad, sack life. I mean, I have to edit that part out. But, I wish I could spend the day in bed with you, but I have other business to tend to. Feel free to explore your new home. He kisses the top of my head. I love you, Ian. He leaves, slamming the door quietly behind him. Well, today has been pretty eventful thus far. I take a moment to stretch and wake up before jumping out of the bed. Fully gone, I take a look around what seems to be a fleshly decorated room. Now, what should I do? Okay, let's go out. Go to his room. I open the door and see YB at his desk, intently at work at his computer. It looks like he's like a nice mini studio for content creation. He turns around and gives me a smile. Nice to see you, Wyan. How was the home tour? Oh, I haven't started yet. I just walked in. I shift around uncomfortably in his question. Okay, I guess. His eyes meet me with suspicion, moving closer to me. He won't be hiding something from me now, darling. Without warning, he starts to search me. Hey! YB's hands run up and down my body. YB finishes searching me and leaves. I step away from him, feeling thoroughly uncomfortable. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just wanted to make sure you didn't find anything dangerous. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Why would I hurt myself? You wouldn't do it intentionally, but I would hate for you to get yourself into something you regret. What the heck does that even mean? He doesn't want me to go stabby on him. Returning to his chair, he gives me a half-satisfied smile. Never mind, dear. I have a proposition for you. Hang out with me. I'm finishing up a meeting with my editor. Editor? Editor? I can't remember if I told you, but I make online video reviews for various products. My editor, Daniel, cleans up the footage I send him. Nice guy. He's been working for me for a few months now. He turns back to his monitor, typing away. It's weird imagining YB for a has a life which involves other people. He seems like a lone wolf. It gives a dimension to his character that's almost endearing. I'll just let him know that I'm going to take some time off to spend some time with you. Okay, I hope I didn't distract you. You're fine, YN. Please feel free to lounge on the bed if you want. Click. I guess I'll hang out in my room for a bit. Back in my room, I take a moment to ponder my situation. There's no doubt that YB is unstable as heck. I wish I could get him to see that this isn't the most ideal way to gain someone's affections. I freeze as the door clicks open. YB standing in the doorway, shoving his phone in his pocket. Just wrapped up with Daniel. How are you liking home? Got a nice setup. You really want me to stay here? I can't really believe he wants me to live with him like this. It's all so sudden. It's where you'll live from now on. I know it's bigger than your apartment, but I'll take care of everything. Don't worry. I'll take care of the finances so you no longer have to concern yourself with the bills or work. And work. He's really serious about keeping me here. It's also fast, but I have to admit, no work or no responsibilities sounds amazing. I thought about all the scrapping and saving I had to do and picking up the rent if Lucy came up short. I'll provide whatever your heart desires. Okay, I'm supposed to do. Let's do this. I weigh my options. It seems like too good to be true, but usually makes sense in this domestic fantasy. He has means and is willing to pay, so why not? I have nothing to do and nowhere to really run to. I figure it's not as bad an idea as it may sound. Maybe things really can be happy and normal with YB. It'll give me a break from my crappy life. Alright, let's do this. He steps away to kiss my forehead, pulling me in for a hug. It's all so quick, but I can't believe this can work. I think this could work. Excellent, darling. You just made me the happiest man alive. YB pecks my cheek before he runs out of the room joyously. Stomach started to growl. I checked the fridge for something to eat. Looking like I could easily make a meal with what's here. Okay, make a meal for both of us. I grabbed some stuff from the fridge and turned on the stove. After a quick bit of prep and some hissing from the frying pan and the flame, the kitchen quickly begins to fill with the pleasant smell. The aroma seems to have lingered into YB's as he opens the door to join me in the kitchen. Something smells good. It'll be ready in a second. Great, I forgot how hungry I was. Finishing up, I serve up 2 plates, one for myself and one for YB. We take our seats at the small table together, YB practically salivating. It smells delicious, YN. YB digs in his plate eagerly while I slowly eat mine. I still was a bit anxious. I pushed the contents around my plate, nibbling at some pieces. YB stops to compliment my efforts, licking his lips. It's delicious. I smile nervously. Thank you. It's not as good as you, though. The conversation drops as we both return to eating. YB finishes his meal first and puts the empty plate on the sink. He comes back to sit down and watch me loving and grueling in his eyes. I'm fine, go on ahead. I'm sure you have better things to do. There's nothing as important as you. Besides, I'm pretty much finished for the day. I ate as much as I felt comfortable eating in front of him, leaving the rest on the table. I'm going to look around the place a bit more. I'll put this on in the fridge later. YB raises from the seat. No problem. Thank you for the meal, darling. He blows me a kiss, leaving the kitchen while I ponder what to do next. TV. At least he has power to into this. Channel 3 update. And all the Karens were thankfully tarred and feathered by the staff. In other words, the recent killing of Donovan Williams is under investigation. Police are searching for YN, who was his tenant and just disappeared. They are being treated as a person of interest in this case. If you have any information on YN's whereabouts or about the murder, please contact the police tip line at. I shut the TV off. Oh my god, the situation is worse than I thought. Poor Dawn. I hope they won't consider me a suspect, which I do. I don't even know if anyone can find me out here, if YP is too clever. Okay, I'm gonna feed her. It's an odd-looking reptile flicks its tongue at me as I tap the glass gently with my finger. Feed the snake. I know the snakes eat mice and rats. Maybe YB has some in the freezer. I walk into the kitchen and dig around the freezer. Sure enough, there's some frozen baby rats vacuum sealed inside. Gross. Why couldn't snakes eat lettuce or something? Because with a set of cold thongs sitting next to the freezer bag, I take a small nugget out of the bag and rinse it under some warm water from the sink. I'm sure snakes don't like frozen food. They don't. In a few minutes, it seems to be warm enough to offer up as a weird snack. I walk over to the tank with a thawed rat in my tongs. The little snake tries to crawl up to the top of the tank. The snake's adorable. Carefully opening the cover, I place the prey near the snake. It casually inspects the rat and opens its mouth to fit the rodent in its mouth. It's amazing to me how these creatures can swallow their food. I hear YB's bedroom door open. His lackey frame comes into view. I see him at Rat. Rat? Interesting name for a snake, considering I like the irony. He smirks at me. YB hovers over to the tank and is surprised to see Rat eating. You fed her? Yeah. Well, she looked hungry. That's very kind of you, YN. I knew I made the right choice bringing you here. He gives me a warm smile before turning to Rat and giving her a soft pat. After a moment, he closes the lid and returns his gaze to me. Well, I hope the two of you get along. I think we're off to a good start. I observe my little friend as she flickers her tongue at me. I can imagine with a cute snake. I'll let you two get acquainted more. Okay. He excuses himself and leaves me and Rat alone. I think I have to go back into the room again. YB sits at his desk, watching some of his videos. From the looks of it, I walk in, hover over his shoulder. In this video, he's going on about the knives that he received. He's a natural in front of the camera, taking in his visible audience about the product and why they should purchase a set for themselves. They get closer to the video and stand next to his chair. You want to watch with me? He pats his lap violently and invites me to sit. Sure. Sure. I sit down on YB as he wraps his arms around my waist, pulling me close against him. I shift a little bit against him, but try to look comfortable. A chill goes through my body as I hear him moan a little. Well, hey now, calm down. Sorry, I can't help it. So which one would you like to see? The ones on our delete later file? How about my top rated video? Nah, wait, I want to look at Darling. The pictures of me in there. No, I want to see the rejects, please. I bat my eyes towards him, buttering him up to witness the videos he seems to be ashamed of. Okay. He hesitates a bit, taking his time to hover the cursor over the folder. Are you sure? They're rejects for a reason. I know, and that's why I want to see them. I'm sure they're not that bad. No, they're pretty bad. Well then, that makes me even more curious. YB groans as he pulls up the rejection file, leans back on his seat, and places his face in his hand. Just one, okay? Okay. It's going over to each file. There's one that really caught my attention.
Here we go.
Salutations, everyone! I have returned to send you another review. However, we are doing something different this time. Thick Flow, a curious 2-in-1 shampoo product that keeps popping up in ads each time I'm online. I know I normally don't tackle such products, but I figured it's time to try something new.
It's a scam
So
ad.
let's see what we have in store. Not worth it.
It was a scam ad. Holy cow. Yeah. You had so much hair. Keep letting me in. Sorry. That's just... wow. Did you sue the heck out of the company for that? Yeah, it was a bit of a fight at first. They denied everything. Even so much as claiming they never sold hair products. Like, also, was it a Chinese company versus an American company? That would be harder. Like, you got it from Temu. After I showed them this video and receipt, I was compensated handsomely. Thank God. On the upside, I was able to save the money to heavily upgrade this place. There's no way I'll bring you to a condemned shack. You used that money to make this house livable for me? It's like, nice. Every penny. I look around the cramped space YB has set for himself. He must put so much effort into the rest of the house, giving me the biggest room, new furniture and appliances, yet he tucks himself away in such a tiny room. I'm hideous now compared to when I had hair. Don't be silly. If anything, I think bald suits you. It does. Saying this, I place a kiss on the top of his head and nuzzle against him. YB doesn't hesitate to wrap his arm around me and hug me tightly. You're too good to me, YN. Giving his bald head a little pat, I slide off his lap. Well, I'm going to look around a little more. Alright. Promise I'll be done in a few minutes. No worries. God, I wonder what time it is. The fact that I haven't seen the outside is completely missing up my senses. How much time has passed? This place is getting awfully stuffy too. I'll kill to go outside. YB appears, his expression quickly pleased. He walks with a bit of skip and step. I'm so happy with how fast you're settled in. He heads toward the door, taking a key from his pocket. A rush of cold air suddenly hits me as he swings the door open. I feel the goosebumps poking on my skin. It's dark out, already 9 p.m. The stars are out, covering the sky like a shimmering black veil. I'm going to let a bit of fresh air in, get rid of the burnt food smell. He then quickly moves towards our store and does the same. Well, it feels great outside. He turns towards me, pocketing his key. So you want to know if you want... I just want to know if you want to take me up on my offer tonight. Okay, I'm listening. I say intrigued by his offer. What would you prefer? A nice hot bath or some desserts under the stars? ... I'll tell you what. You go out and get comfortable. I'm gonna take a quick shower. So this is a different route altogether. YB goes inside the bathroom, shutting the door behind himself. I could hear the water running loudly on the other side. Hey, you left the door open. Well, curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction brought him back, as they say. I just wanted to know what he's hiding in there. YB left his computer on. He kept his desktop pretty tidy. Let's see what he has here. One folder in particular catches my eye, causing my breath to pause for a moment. Oh yeah, I already caught my eye. Other than the trash can saying "delete me," was me. I hover the mouse over the folder labeled "Darling." Finger stiffing over the mouse button as I start to wonder what I'll find. Bracing myself, I hit the button. Okay, so getting dressed, forced to visit family. So I was forced to visit family, so tired. New shirt, second floor. So I live in the second floor. That might be the easiest way to get. Reason why he's Wait. Easier if I was on the first floor, sir. Always passing by here. Oh, the flower shop. Sweet dreams. Him's watching us. Lovely wallpaper. Still sleeping. They shouldn't work. Doesn't want to work. Who did this? I don't like their friend. Okay, that's our place of work. The floor pops open to shots of my whole body and me in some positions that weird positions. I'm getting dressed. Me undressed. Me having alone time. Just how many intimate moments of mine did he capture? Okay, for me, my alone time would be me playing Pokemon. I just literally, just like, alone time is me de-stressing by playing video games. Okay. This is kind of hot. Jeez, this freak. You'd think I'll be more disturbed, but shockingly I'm not. If anything, I'm really flattered by the effort he put into the shots, no doubt to be used later. I did say these compromising and invasive foes were hot. Well, yeah, just see what happens. Yes, I did. They're not, but it's just funny that they shouldn't work while I'm going in to probably battle the bathroom. And there's nothing really there. My face burns as I continue to scroll for the various photos he's taken, almost as if my entire existence is all that matters to him. Having little to no effort in his own time and just watch me all the time, wasting it all on me. So sweet. Oh, there he is. The door swings open, revealing a half-naked YB with a bath towel around his waist. I freeze. Crap, I looked too long and didn't hear the water turn off. Nothing like a nice shower, too. Hi there. He cuts himself short as he noticed me on his computer. His eyes narrow for a second. Step away from there, please. Oh, I didn't contact anyone. I had no words. The overwhelming fear of being caught is one thing. However, I can't help but stare at him, the red fin marks all over his torso. So many cuts, some were old, the new ones were really stood out. One over the left side of his chest starts to bleed a little. He must have felt my eyes gaze over his self-inflicted energies. I can't tell from his expressions if he's embarrassed or uncomfortable or still mad at me for sneaking in. It might be fair for you to going through my things. It might be fair for you to go through my things. I've done the same to you, after all. Yeah. However, what's in that file is none of your concern. I'm pretty sure it's all me, so it's my concern, Peter. I barely register what he's saying, forcing instead on the raw, bloody itches that he has made all over his pale skin. Speechless, I slowly raise my hand and point to his chest, slowly beginning to drip bloody water. This is nothing. Nothing? God, he's such an awful liar. As much as I wanted to yell and lecture him about this, I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. The situation is too sensitive. Not even considering his computer, I stride towards YB. Wyan, please. Shh. I begin to trail my fingers along his older scars. How long have these been here? He flinches a little at my touch. His sensitive hand gently takes hold of mine, but not making any attempt to stop me. Eventually, my fingers chill on the fresh one, a heart-shaped carved bigger than the rest of the body. Why? Because I'm a coward. A coward? I've been following you for so long. So many times, I wanted to tell you so many times I needed to confess, but each time I got cold feet, so he carved himself every time. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Each one of these tally marks, each heart, I had to flesh out the pain in my chest, the shame of failure, a reminder of how pathetic I truly am, but not having the spine to finally take a talk to you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35? You're hurting yourself because of me? No, not because of you, but for you. This is not your fault. This is my punishment for being so pathetic, Peter. We're getting some disinfectant. We're taking care of your wounds. And this one? I asked, pointing to the fleshly cut one over his chest. This is for making it this far. It's like... Okay. Don't worry. This one is a good reason. A good thing. Peter. This wasn't good or healthy at all. I knew he was deranged and obsessed, but this? Tend to his wounds. I had the words at the tip of my tongue. You need to stop. This isn't healthy. Doing this to yourself hurts me too. But I didn't utter a peep. I knew it would only make things worse if I shamed him for something that he already wasn't proud of. Let's get the flesh one cleaned up. Holding his hand, I laid a confused YB back to the bathroom. I rummaged around for a first aid kit of any sort. He did have one though, poorly stocked, just a box of glow-in-the-dark band-aids, gauze wrapped with and a bottle of alcohol. You honestly don't have anything more proper than this? Well, no. I never really thought this was a big deal. You live far away from civilization, Peter. And I don't know, maybe getting a first aid kit would be a good idea. Especially when you take someone out, kidnap someone. You're cutting yourself because you love me. Is that a big deal? I proceed to take a washcloth and soak a bit of it in the alcohol. YB braces himself as he places the cloth in his energy. Sure enough, he tenses, sucking the hair between his sharp teeth. As the cold, stinging sensation riddles through the flesh cuts. That's a good stuff there. Okay, he's a sadist and a masochist. Good stuff? Don't tell me you're enjoying this. Okay, I won't. Oh. Oh no. After cleaning the wound, I apply the gaze, slowly using the glow in his dark band-aids. Go into dark band-aids to help hold the gauze in place. It was a pathetic patch-up job, but it was something. No, I probably did worse. We got feral cat. Ended up getting a feral cat from the pound, and cat tore into my mom's hand, and I did a redneck patch job. I was just trying to stop the bleeding. Thank you. I don't want to respond. Instead, I put my focus on tucking the items away in the poorly assembled first aid kit and putting it away. And yeah, I think we got rid of that cat right after that, but other cats we have had that are somewhat feral don't even touch people like that. And she didn't even do anything. The cat just went ballistic. Sorry for going through your things. I'm the one that should be sorry. Wow, now he admits it? Yeah, just now? Kinda just kidnapped me, sir. It's just that, after everything I did, he still likely will never love me in this lifetime. But he still took the time to do this for me. Please, don't get too deep into it. That's how I should... Then how should I see this? I don't have an answer. I'm dumbfounded by the sudden question, but really knowing how to put this into words. After all, I didn't want him to take this the wrong way. Maybe this is the right thing to do. He stands there silently, rendering me unable to read his face. He just wants to sleep. I just want to sleep. Good night, YB. I walk into my room, closing the door and locking it. As I turn off the lights and make my way towards the bed, I hear the faint creak of his bedroom door closing. Guessing he won't hassle me for the rest of the night. As I curl up in the sheets, I reflect on what happened. He didn't punish me for snooping around his stuff, and I even patched up his self-harm wounds. He's a murderer and kidnapper. Why? YB's probably just as confused. Who knows how this is going to pan out for me? I consciously unclose my eyes. After all, tomorrow's another day and I should rest for whatever sanity occurs. And that was day 4, and that was fixing his wounds. So, I know there's a lot more routes that I could do, and a lot more different paths I could do. So if you like my content, please subscribe, like the video, help out, and comment down below. See you guys next time.